Alright, welcome back. Took a few days off, try to get some things right, like see how I could be commentating better, you know, just taking it easy. Got a bit frustrated at certain points, like was feeling a bit discouraged, I suppose, but I'm back now. With more tea. And now we're streaming. Let me pause that, as I only keep my stream open so I can look at the chat. So if I remember correctly, we had finished Dancer, and we were gonna go do Osiris. So let's look into that. Sorry, just trying to get everything in order. It doesn't seem like I need to change anything or swap anything out, so we're just gonna head straight there. So let's see the order. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip dialogue from here on, because I figure people should have already played the game by now. Or something along those lines, like, you know, should have played / seen the game, because, I don't know, it's like, for me, I run through the game very quickly, and I don't want to hold up to stop for dialogue, because some people who might be watching have probably played the game a million times before. And honestly, like, my PS4 copy was $20, so I don't I know that not everybody has even that much expendable income, but I definitely think if you can, you should play it. So yeah, so pretty much it's gonna be like sort of pseudo speedrun format. I'm not actually gonna be like speedrunning, like using any skips or anything like that, but there's gonna be little time for dialogue or anything like that here and there between. It's gonna be mostly just gameplay. Do I have Silver Cat on? I do not have Silver Cats on. Alright, because I was just wondering how long I could make this jump. Ooh, I just fell down there. Oh, crap. Oh, that's bad. I was gonna beat these fellas up to steal some Titanite from them, but as it turns out, I don't have any of that kind of pine resin. I really hope I still have some blooming purple moss clumps. Oh, that's not good. There's one more chunk here. That's a dark gem. I was wrong. Is it up here? Yes, here's where it was. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we are going to pop this while we still have the opportunity to. We're gonna run off. Gonna panic roll, that's what we're gonna do. I think this, as I picked up quite a few chunks, I might be able to get another, level out of these. If I pick up a couple more. Huh. Their health almost doubles with that buff. Or their hits to die almost doubles with that buff. So, I wanted to actually talk about a trend that I noticed recently in the Dark Souls community, at least with the people I've seen. So, I noticed that a lot of people started, like, late into, or, like, most Dark Souls fans that I know now started in Dark Souls 3, and resultingly, it's like the only one they enjoy. Like, they say they like Dark Souls, but really they only like Dark Souls 3, and they actually hate 1 and 2. I don't know. I mean, you know, you like what you like, but I guess it's just weird, because it's like, I find it hard to say, you know, say you enjoy Dark Souls 3, but I mean, it's hard to say that you enjoy the whole series. I find it difficult to believe that you enjoy Dark Souls as a whole when you don't even like the, you know, the progenitor of it. Although I guess by that standard, you know, Demon Souls, you know, because Demon Souls is the progenitor of Dark Souls, so I don't know. I haven't played Demon Souls, so I feel like I'd enjoy that one too, just because a lot of people get frustrated by the really old feeling elements of Dark Souls 1. Like, people don't like 2 because I love 2. I love 2 a lot. It's right up there with 1 for me. Like, I put 2 on par with Bloodborne, personally. But I understand why some people might not like 2, because 2 had a lot of good set pieces and good ideas that were put together very poorly. That doesn't, how they were put together doesn't necessarily bother me, because I still enjoy the set pieces and playing through the game. But the thing about 1 is, like, 1 has a very old feeling style to it. Like, it has, sorry, I got some tea here. It has these really old feeling mechanics to it, like the old style map road running, the really vague instructions, the RPG elements are very classic, and it's like all of that goes together into an experience that, at least in my mind, is irreplaceable, even if, like, for me, it hasn't lost any of its novelty and enjoyability, even if it has started to age. But I guess since a lot of people played 3 first, they don't necessarily end up enjoying 1 since 1 definitely feels older. I think the 2 big things that bother me most about Dark Souls 1 is the cardinal direction rolling and the cardinal direction rolling and the fact that weight caps out at, or turns into fat rolling at 50% of your maximum equip load. That really bugs me. I liked that in Dark Souls 3 it was every 33%, so it was below 33% and you would light roll between 33 and 66 was or was that what it was, or was it 40 and 70? I don't remember, but they had a different system that was better. And now what I don't like about this is that they got rid of medium rolling. Like, there's no more dedicated medium roll. It's light or heavy. And it kind of bugs me because I was a very dedicated medium man. And now it's gone. Yeah, I should be targeting his body. Oof. Oof. Got some good hits in. That was cheap. Hey, come off it. Okay, just gonna get that sip in. Yeah, I hate that when I start wasting Estus because they keep trying to heal while they're hitting me. Oh, come off it. God damn it. That shouldn't have happened. That's really irritating. You know what? How many chunks did I pick up? Because I could probably go for another upgrade. Although I have no souls right now, so I guess we're locked in this. We end this bish. I only have the single lightning resin too. So I guess this is gonna be a do or die. Yeah, so you know, I have nitpicks about every Dark Souls game though, like 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne included. I never played Demon Souls since I never had or my dad had a PS3 and I played a bunch of stuff off of his. But he never had Demon Souls, so I'd love to play Demon Souls someday though. There's been talks that From might remaster it, which is a cool idea. Yeah, I'd definitely love to see a Dark Souls 1 remastered because I'd love to stream it. I couldn't slip through his legs. Yeah, the gold pine resin works wonders against him. Oh, I should have rolled forward, not back. The gold pine resin makes this dude a cakewalk, though. Oof. So as with all large bosses, Osiris takes more damage if you punch him in the head. He takes more damage and he takes more stagger buildup, which could lead to getting a crit later on in the fight. That is a mechanic that from this game that I do enjoy, is the stamina break buildup on large bosses. Alright, easy peasy. Alright, so if we take a look here, we have 5. We have +7. Yeah, okay, that's enough for another upgrade. Probably a few more levels, too. If you can believe it. I need to check my stats again. I don't even remember if we reached 40-40 yet. Because we're going to cap the damage at 40-40 and then get to a really high vigor and endurance amount. And then when I think it's good, we'll go back to dumping more into damage. Ashton 1, be sure to bring more souls. Laughter. Alright. Alright, 5 more chunks. Did I ever pick up a... Oh, sweet.
Very well, then.
Okay, we didn't reach 40-40. We're close, though. We're really close.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Sure thing. Oh, gotta two-hand those. Before I forget... The Conjurer manchettes... Let me actually take these off real quick. Wow, with the exception of the rosary beads around the wrists, the Conjurer manchettes look a bit more like what Kenshiro wore in the early saga of Fist of the North Star. Problem with Sellsword gauntlets is he's got that steel glove. I'm gonna stick with the iron bracelets for now. They work well. They look good and they work well. And they make up for a lot of the they have, for their weight, they have surprisingly good For their... Oh, went to the wrong place. For their weight, they have surprisingly good stats. So it helps me make up for the fact that I'm not wearing a helmet and basically not wearing chest armor. Also, if anybody would want to see a specific challenge run, like say so in the chat, or what am I doing? Say so in chat or comment section, if you're on YouTube. It's like, I love doing Dark Souls, or not challenge, like challenge runs or cosplay builds or whatever, because I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. Specifically, like, different build setups. As I've used just about every weapon in this game, I think. I haven't touched every boss. You know what? No, that's a very blatant lie. I have not even gotten close to touching the spear that you get from the hollow tree, or I haven't gotten that spear that you get from the tree, and I also haven't used the prince's swords. So I'm not gonna lie. Lying is bad. I didn't use Perseverance at all against Osiris, I realized. Maybe I should have. My mistake. Alright, so the question is... do I want to kill the Titanite demons or not? Because I don't necessarily need... or the aged... like, what are they anyway? Are they like crystal lizard adults? That's a fun idea. I like that. But anyway... yeah, my question is if I even want to kill them at all, because I don't need Titanite scales. Is he gonna get up? He's gonna get up. Luckily, I didn't have to pop Perseverance for that. I don't want to deal with those, like, because I'd have to go through the water. I could beat them easily, though. We'll do it. Just because I'm actually enjoying this run. Excuse me. Knock that shit off. Skirt. The dogs are... I love that. When the dogs are going so fast, they start phasing into the map. Man. It's just the one following me. Ooh. Oh, get in there, get in there. Huh. Yeah, almost botched that. Nice. Alright. Next is Daughter of Crystal Crimehild, which should be really easy as long as she doesn't use her parrying dagger. I never liked that about the NPCs in this game have ridiculous, like... The NPCs in this game have ridiculous parry timing. Like, I get it for a parrying dagger, since the parrying dagger has some of the longest active frames, but for, like, Hodrick parrying with the medium shields, that's a talent. I don't really think I see anybody parry with medium shields in this game. Like, in 1 and 2 it was pretty easy, but in this one it's like... Bye. Question is, can I reasonably defeat Gundyr with 9? Probably. You know, I forgot to buy more pine resin, so we're going unbuffed for this fight. Oh, yeah, should have seen that one coming. God damn. The champ is taking me for a ride. Whew. All right. 5 flasks. I couldn't even dodge. Come on. That's... I hate how he combos straight into that. It's his safe move for you fighting game buffs. It's completely safe and unblockable. Ooh, no. That would have been really bad. Ah, that was sloppy. That was really sloppy of me. I got greedy. The biggest problem with doing the fist-only run... Well, there's 2 things. First of all, is that you could definitely consider the 2-hit combo unsafe. The 2-hit combo does more damage in the 2-hit if you land both hits, and does more stamina damage, and if you have a buff applied, does better build-up. But the issue is that it's very unsafe. So the double hit's a very unsafe move, and you have no range. So it's really like all or nothing, do or die with these things. And they're really strong, but against a boss or an enemy that can eat your shots, it definitely becomes a bit trickier. Alright, guess we're going with the Carthus Rouge. See how this goes. You know what, my problem is that I keep trying to stand behind him. Or anywhere near him. My bad. I'm sorry, Gundyr. I didn't realize that you had a 360 kick. You know what, now that I'm taking more attention to listen, paying more attention to listen to the soundtrack, this is actually a surprisingly good song. I actually found that Dark Souls 3's soundtrack is probably one of the weakest ones in the series, but I really enjoy this song for Champion Gundyr. Whoa, okay. Okay. What the fuck, Gundyr? That's the problem with Gundyr, is that his moves are really safe for him. That's the problem I find with a lot of the bosses in this game. Like, some of the bosses I think are very poorly implemented for this game because a lot of the players' moves are really unsafe while the bosses have really safe moves. Oh, I was out of stamina. And that's something I really don't like, because in the older Dark Souls games, even if you were a medium roller or you had a, like, that's the thing is you don't have, the shields are nigh useless in this game. So really, like, your only option is dodging, but a lot of your dodges are unsafe in this game. So it's a really big issue with this one, because in 2 and 3, your dodges could be safe. But like that right there, when he combos into the shoulder hit, apropos of nothing, like out of nowhere with zero wind up, that's a huge issue, because it's telegraphed for it. He just does it. That's a huge issue with this game as a whole, is that he just like, that's a huge issue with a lot of the bosses. They just do it. There's no wind-up, there's no telegram for it. It's just, hey, I'm gonna hit you with this undodgeable, unblockable combo. Good luck. Or it's, you have to dodge the first hit of my combo, and then maybe if you got the positioning right, you won't get hit by the second hit. That's a huge problem with Gundyr. Is that he, in all manner of things, has the safest, like, in my opinion, some of the safest boss combos in the game. Next to Pontiff. Pontiff also has really safe boss combos. What? I couldn't... That was a slow recovery. I couldn't even get a fast recovery out of that. Ooh. Lucky my hitbox went over there. That was rough. That was rough. Oh no. Oh my god. That was not very good. One might even say that was bad. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, no. Oof. Oh my god. We're good. We got through it. The worst is over. Alright. So, Black Knights. They move so slowly that I forgot to reset my acid flasks. Whoa! I don't need anything from these guys. I'm just gonna run on ahead of them. Important items to grab though. I'm gonna... If you get the angle correctly, you can get this guy to throw himself over the edge. Didn't manage to pull it off though. So, something I actually never learned until recently about the coiled sword fragment is that it's actually, it's a, what is it? It's like the aged feather from Dark Souls 2, so it's a permanent teleport item, which is really good. Although, since Homeward Bones are so cheap, it's actually easier just to give the thing to Pickle Pea Pumperum and get a slab out of it.
Well, fancy that. A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a... Well, thou shalt what?
Yeah, and she just sells... She sells, like, very... She just sells, like, a few items. She does sell the Artorias set, though, so if you want that, you know, that's always nice. I have plenty of Homeward Bones. What I really need...
Best.
I'm just gonna... head back to the shrine. Really gotta buy some pine resins. I can't forget that. Let's buy, like, 10 of each. Ooh, I hit the sell. I mean, I meant to buy. Oh, we can buy plenty. We'll buy 15 of each. Ooh.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Welcome, host. Very well, then hey.
Alright, we need one more of each, and then we can just start leveling vigor and endurance. Good stuff. Okay, so... give her the eyes of the Firekeeper.
Ashen One, are these eyes? How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we Firekeepers have been missing.
I love that, the music change.
Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
Oh, I still have all my divine tomes. Let's just pass these out.
I... Oh, I... Oh. Do...
I forbid. Kevin. Do not what? Here. Well, this. Then rather. Do not pick what?
Backlight. Listen. Come again.
Passing out scrolls like it's candy. I need 3 more chunks and then we can max this thing out. Max these things out.
Have a play.
All right then. So we picked up. Oh, there's nothing else to do here. So we'll move into the castle and do some stuff there. I'm gonna get to a +10 weapon before I do Ariandel. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Dragon Slayer armor. I'm trying to think of how I want to go about this. I think what I'll do is I'll beat the Twin Princes and then do the DLCs, and then I'll do I'll beat the Twin Princes, I'll do the DLCs, and then I'll finish the final boss. Oh, hey, Ola. Yeah, Hey, Ola, how's it going? I just beat Gundyr, so I'm doing, hang on. I'm heading into the castle now to do Dragon Slayer armor. I just finished hashing out how I'm gonna do the bosses. Oh, you didn't finish that sentence. You tried streaming Kingdom Hearts, what happened? Oh, internet's not up for it. Yeah, how is, it's Denmark, right? Not Denmark. I forget which, because I know you're Scandinavian, but I forget if it was Denmark, Sweden, or Norway. Norway. Thank you. Ah, damn it, I was looking at chat, so I bungled that pretty hard. Yeah, is Norwegian internet not that great? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so what I'm gonna actually do here is I'm gonna run up on this dude. Oh, that went better than expected. I didn't even have to pop Perseverance. No, there will be no healing on this day. Well, thanks for popping into the stream, Ola. I hope you're enjoying so far. I definitely need a new PS4 headset. It's a single ear headset, and it's like got a very wonky mic that's not that great, so I need and it messes with my glasses on my head, so I need to constantly be readjusting these shits. So you're gonna keep playing Kingdom Hearts even though you can't stream it? Alright, that's cool. Yeah, I hear ya. Well, then that's good timing. Yeah, I go back to school in about a week. Bleh. I go back to school in about a week, but I'll probably keep streaming through school, so... Unfortunately, while I'm at school, though, I'm stuck there at the dorms, so I can't... There's little in the way of job opportunities, so... There's little in the way of job opportunities while I'm living on campus, so I won't be able to pick up a bit of extra spending cash to get a new mic. But over the summer, I'll be able to. And I'll definitely get a mic while I'm out of school. Like a better one. Want my voice to come through some decent quality while I'm streaming off my PS4. Seems like non-stop bakery jobs for you, huh? I hope it sticks for you too, man. Actually, give me a moment. I'm going to adjust the stream settings so it... because I was thinking whether or not I want it to show the chat, but since we're having a whole conversation through the chat, I figured I may as well put it up so people can see it. There we go. That way people can see the chat now. It'll also make it so I don't have to look over to my left to see the chat window. If I wanted to, I could probably actually close my Twitch window on my laptop. Because The chat feed is actually instantaneous here on the PlayStation, which is nice. See, the reason this was bothering me was because it makes the screen space smaller, like it makes the window on the screen smaller. But honestly, I like being able to see the chat. Also, my PlayStation profile icon is bumping. Looks dope. That's something I'm definitely gonna have to stream in the near future, is Fury. I'll probably also end up streaming Rainbow Six for console. Like, I can play Rainbow Six off my laptop. There's no way in hell I can stream it. But I'll probably stream it off my PlayStation so I can just, like, do some, you know, do some funny stuff on console and just mess around. Yeah, you told me that. So something weird I noticed about the chat window is that that's something Sony really ought to fix. When I'm looking at the chat window here on the PlayStation, your text just doesn't space things out if it, like, carries down. So you're, like, a whole word will end up, like, splitting down a line, which is kind of stupid. Like, it's like, I see reminds, and it's like reminds, because it goes down a line, which is dumb. Still, it's good to at least let you know, let people be able to see the viewer comments. Yeah, I'll probably do some Rainbow Six stuff on PlayStation 4. Like, I definitely, like, I do it primarily on PC, but I also have it for my PlayStation 4, so I may as well do something with it. So I'll probably do some like my profile for Rainbow Six on console is still really low level, so I guess it's a form of smurfing, if you want to call it that. I'll definitely be sure to stream Fury at some point, though. I might... I wonder if there's any way to complain to Sony about this, because... Oh, you never got a refund for it? Huh. I might... I don't know how, but I'll try to see if I can complain to Sony about the stream chat window, because honestly, like, that's probably gonna bug me, is the fact that the text carries down a line instead of just spacing out. I mean, if you want, you could play Rainbow Six on stream with me sometime. We could, you know, like, if you have a PS4 mic, we could do some chat. It'd be kind of funny, because if I'm playing with you, since you've never really played the game, we'd get match made with, like, other new players, so I could just dunk on it and get free wins in alpha packs, which would be funny. Oof. Damn. Oh, well, thanks, Ola. I appreciate that you think you call my voice beautiful. Damn it. I'm only 2 points away from capping at 40-40, so I need to be able to get to, I need a bit more vigor and endurance. It's a must right now. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? Oh my god! Ah! Ah! That's so bad! I'm bad. I'm bad at things. Jesus. Honestly, the frostbite stat is ridiculously powerful in this game. Like, so I did almost an entire playthrough with the Irithyll Straight Sword, and the Irithyll Straight Sword has really low scaling, but its base damage is so high that you get very comparable damage to other Straight Swords in the late game at 40-40. And on top of that, the frostbite buildup is 55. So you end up, like, so it builds up really quickly, and it does a lot of damage. The Irithyll Straight Sword is actually one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. Alright. Alright. And I can't read your comment right now. There we go. Alright. I used the Irithyll Straight Sword early after release, and though it was horrible, and thought it was horrible. A few minutes ago, I did a new playthrough and tried the ISS again, and it was amazing. Yeah. Bare minimum for ISS. Rest I went tanky and rolled around in Fair and Swamp. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, even if you don't invest in a lot of stats, the ISS is still good because of the high base damage and frost buildup. But at 40-40, you get a high physical damage on top of that. The frost buildup is so damn strong, though. Especially in the early game where enemies aren't very resistant to things. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm, for sure. It's just a great weapon all around. It doesn't seem like that because the scaling is really low. It doesn't seem like it should be good because the scaling is so low, but the base damage is so high that you, like, even though the scaling is low, you get really high damage numbers overall. Yeah, I want to see if Sony can fix this, like, stream feed, because I don't like the fact that the text carries down. Yeah. And honestly, it's a really good, like, it's basically better than the raw Astora's sword at this point as far as early game weapons go. Because of the fact that after the raw nerf, the raw Astora's sword isn't as great at carrying you through the early game. Like, it'll still carry you through the early game, but it's nowhere near as good as the Irithyll Straight Sword is now, especially for a physical, like, for a physical combatant. Because you needed to put in a little bit for faith with the Astora sword. Oh, please let go of me. That wasn't called for. Yeah, the old throwback to Dark Souls 2. So, Ola, have you seen Fist of the North Star? They really telegraphed their lunge super hard, so I just remember to dodge it. Oh, hey, Hal. Well, you're wrong, because Ola just said that he has. It's not... Dude, it's not fucking weeb bait. It's the predecessor to all shonen anime. It pretty much codified the, like, what shonen anime is. I know, I know. But yeah, like, as far as, like, respectability goes, it is one of, like, the most well-known and influential anime in history. Alright, there's one. Yeah, so I'm getting a rhythm down now, Hal, so I'm just kind of... I'm glad you guys are here, because honestly, I do so much better when I'm responding to comments. Because I can think of stuff to talk about and commentate on, but it makes it easier when people are, like, when people are bouncing stuff off of me. And I have the chat feed up now because when I put these on YouTube, I figure it's better if people can actually, like... Yeah. I feel you. So, something, so yeah, I have the chat feed up now. So, people, when I upload this to YouTube, people can see what I'm talking about with people. Because I realized, as I was talking to Ola, I'm like, people are going to be missing out on huge chunks of conversation, so... If they're watching this on YouTube. Because I know, because my brother's in the Marines, and so he's in North Carolina, because he's an administrator. And he really wants to watch what I put up, but I figured he may as well actually, like, get the context of what I'm talking about, because that makes more sense. What I'm talking about and who I'm talking to. Oh no! Oh no! Zoom. I wasted a lot of Estus during this whole thing. Although I was able to go the whole time without having to reset, so... It's pretty good. As usually, after I take out that Pus of Man, I'll just go straight to the Dragon Slayer armor, but this time around, I don't really have the Estus for it. I don't think I could do... I don't want to risk... I could, maybe, but I don't want to risk doing Dragon Slayer on a single flask. I really like this fight, by the way. I really, really enjoy this fight. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. See, so a lot of people complained about Dark Souls 2 being mostly dudes in armor, but that was never a major complaint of mine because I really enjoy fighting other knights. Easy peasy. I probably could have done that with 2 flasks, but maybe not 1. I might have been able to pull that off. I got a little sloppy there towards the middle. Ah, jeez. Oh, I have more than enough chunks. Of course, I'll just walk up to the Archives bonfire since it's literally within walking distance. Oh, I almost forgot that I also have to do, you know, the place with the stuff. Archdragon Peak. I gotta do Archdragon Peak, that's important. I also ought to give this, coiled sword fragment to, the crows.
Ashen.
That place, you know, with the stuff. It's got things in it.
What?
Top tier content. Game of the year. Alright, only weapons we're ever going to use are maxed out. You know, honestly, like, so if any of my friends, like you or anybody, like, needs an extra weapon after you've got used all 15 of your slabs, just ask me, because I got these shits. Like, dude, I'll be your dealer. You know, I'll be your supplier. I got these. Stay, kid. Hey, kid, you want to buy a slab? I got some slabs here for you. I might see how the golden bracelets look. So I know what boots I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Faram boots, because the Faram boots look closest to what Ken wore. The problem with... Y'all got any of them sword spears? So I'm going to look into... Yeah, the problem... So the thing was, I'm going with the Master's Top because there's no sleeveless armor in this game. You do that. There's no sleeveless armor in this game, so there's nothing that could even remotely resemble what Kenshiro wore. So I'm just doing Master's Top because there are times in the anime or manga where he like gets super swollen and just shreds his clothes off. But yeah, the Faram boots look a lot like what he wore. And then I think I might do golden bracelets since they look kind of like what he wore. There's not a whole lot in the way of looking like Kenshiro in this. Alright, so I gotta focus here for a sec because I don't want to invest in the wrong stats. 1, 2, 3. And that's enough for now, and then we'll do like a bunch of vigor now that we have plenty of endurance. And we have all the necessary strength and dex. Alright. Okay, so help me out here, guys. Do I do archives, or do I go to Archdragon and deal with all that? I want to leave that up to you guys. Archdragon? Alright, yeah. Sounds like a plan. So, King of Storms is actually one of the only two bosses that I was worried about, because he's, you know, it's a dragon, so he's freaking huge. And so I've got to go, and I have to get right on top of his head to punch it. So the size disproportion is, like, there are only two bosses that I've been worried about this whole game. Midir and the King of Storms, because they're so big that the size disproportion means I have to get really, really, really close. I'm not even worried about Nameless King, I'm just worried about King of Storms. Well, yeah, I know that, Ola. I mean, the problem is that getting close enough to bitch slap him in the face is more challenging than it looks with such a short-range weapon. How's my mic quality? Is it loud enough? I know it's not. I know it's kind of grainy since I'm using such a you know, bottom of the barrel mic. But if it's loud, I just want to make sure it's loud enough that you can hear it over the game. All right, cool. He an Angro boy. He got one of them Angro faces. Yeah, I had a really hard time making Ken's face in this game. Like, I got the jaw and most of the normal features down, but it didn't come out quite right because you can't adjust the width of his temple. Like, you could do that in Dark Souls 2. You can adjust the width of your player character's temple, but you can't do that in 3. Like, you can just barely do it, but not enough to make it... Like, you can kind of do that, but not really enough to make a big difference. So he came out with a really frustratingly overproportioned upper head as compared to his really thin lower head. Because that's one of the thing about Kenshiro is that he's got a very thin face, but it's very chiseled. Like, that's the thing, is like a lot of the other characters like from JoJo and other stuff have like wider faces, like they have very big faces overall, like big and chiseled, but Ken's face is thin and chiseled, but that was kind of hard to do since you can't really adjust the forehead width too much in this game. Whoa, 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 okay. Calculated. All me. Planned it. Very beginning. You have to equip the dodge roll in Kingdom Hearts? Oh my god. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, you have a sword, but you can't actually swing the sword until you get the swing move. Uh-oh. Oof. Roblox oof. Hello everybody, welcome to my Christian Roblox stream. God, I remember Roblox. Roblox honestly was actually a pretty fun game, at least from my perspective as when I remembered it as a kid, because it's been around for a long time, and like it's kind of funny that like it's actually like gaining popularity again, and it's just funny to me because I remember playing it when I was 10, and now I'm seeing 10, 11, 12, and now I'm seeing my 12-year-old sister like watching YouTube players play it, and I'm like, huh. I can't believe this thing, it's still a thing, like a popular thing. Because I remember the coolest part about Roblox was their modding community that made so many different, like, game modes. It's like, Roblox is like another form of Gary's Mod. It's so open source that there's so many different game modes and mods that you can make for it that makes it really cool. And I think, from my perspective, Roblox is still something that's kind of neat to, like, check out from time to time. Ooh! Yeah, yeah, it's like the kiddie version of, yeah, you're right, it's like the kiddie version of, Gary's Mod. Except it's its own engine instead of being based off the Half-Life 2 engine. Uh-oh. Oh, oh, whoa! It's weird. I used to be able to no-hit the entire run up here. Not as good at it now. I don't need to come back down here for all the chunks that are down there. Although, I will probably want to come back down here to get the steel protection ring, because with how limited my armor is, I'll want that just for the extra damage resistance, because for this game, like in PvP, resistance isn't a thing, but in PvE, there's actually a noticeable difference when it comes to damage resistance. So I'll probably want to grab the Steel Protect until I get the +3 from Ring City. One moment, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go AFK for about, like, 5 minutes or so. Thank you. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for being gone for so long. For the YouTube, I'll see if I can find a way to cut that down. Left like, what, 10 minutes ago? Alright. So we're gonna travel back to the first bonfire. We're gonna travel back to the first bonfire, grab the steel protect, and I think finally replace the covetous silver serpent ring with that. Well, yeah, but okay, so how I do this, Hal, is as soon as I'm done streaming, Twitch saves it as a video. So I go to my Twitch, and then I can tell my Twitch to upload that to YouTube. So I think what I can do is I can use YouTube's video editor to cut down the part where I'm AFK. Because YouTube has a rudimentary video editor too. I got back around, like, what, elapsed time 1:38 or so. I'll just check it out. Yeah. I'll probably go for like another hour. Like, I don't think I should keep my stream over 2.5 hours. I'll go for as long as I feel like, but I might want to play some Killing Floor 2 here sometime soon. I wonder if I could get open broadcast software to do Killing. I wonder if my laptop's strong enough to at least stream Killing Floor 2, because Tripwire makes all their games on the Unreal Engine, so it's pretty not exhausting for graphics. The problem isn't the GPU, though. The problem is the processor, because laptops have notoriously stingy processors. Oh, I still forgot to give the coiled sword fragment to Pickle Pea Pumper.
Well, it's very then. Farewell, Ashen Mace.
Alright. Welcome back, Ola. I am also back. Yeah, that raises my physical defense by a not too insignificant chunk. So I'll put that on for now. And that's just the base steel protect. So +3 will definitely give me a good boost. Yeah, that's something I never really liked about this game. Something I never really liked about this game's PvP is that the armor is nigh useless, because while resistance is good, damage resistance is good, or absorption. Absorption is good for PvE. And I mean, for me, like, the Dark Souls games have always been a primarily PvE-based experience, and I think that the PvP should just be treated as a tack-on, you know, like something that was just kind of pinned on with it. I don't like that about this game's PvP, because I like that the Dark Souls 2 PvP was so nuanced. Because in here, the absorption makes a little difference. The difference between the highest absorption and the lowest absorption is a 30 AR difference. You will only take 30 less AR if you wear the highest absorption set. But regardless, as long as absorption works in PvE, like that's the thing, is as long as the PvE experience is intact, since that's primarily what I like about these games. I used to be a really hardcore PvP fan in this game too, but then I was like, I just like to, you know, play through the campaigns. Like I said, I've played through these campaigns a lot, so I have really efficient routes, like, down packed in my head. So it's kind of fun just to, like, you know, go find a weapon and then just like run, like sprint through the whole game and just like killing bosses and enemies and seeing which weapons and which stuff is most efficient where. Oop, I went to the wrong bonfire. Ah, shit. I mean, I never really went into defense stats too much either. For me, it was always a matter of, like, for me it was a matter of putting on something that I both looked decent and had good stats that I could upgrade. You can't upgrade armor in this game, obviously, which is another thing that has always disappointed me about Dark Souls 3. The lack of any vested interest on the part of From to... Hey, Sloan. The lack of any vested interest from FromSoft to to permit the player to upgrade their armor in this game. The lack of any vested interest in defensiveness as a whole in this game. Because medium and small shields have... Small shields have a use as parrying tools and nothing else in this game, and medium shields are basically the worst in this game. And most of the armor is useless in PvP, and it's only, you know, and its use is limited in PvE since you can't upgrade it. So it's just kind of... It can be a frustration sometimes. But I digress. Will say that the Kaistis are the best they've ever been in the series in this game, so there's a plus. With perseverance that makes these things so good. Perseverance is actually my favorite weapon art in the whole game. Like, Stance is good. I love Stance for the Claymore. His stance, whack! His gear, whack. His gear, whack. His foot stance, whack. The way that he talks, whack. His jewelry, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Where'd the guy go? He rang the bell. Oh. He went down there. Yeah, like he's using stance as well. I always really like stance as a weapon art. But perseverance has always been my favorite just because it's the only thing that gives you a semblance of poise in this game. Because honestly, I like tanking through hits. It's fun for me. Oh, who left? Somebody left. Roll call, who's still here? Sloan did say he'd have to leave soon. Oh no. I also love how the kites just can switch targets so quickly. Skirt. Looks like Ola left. Sloan just asked you what's up, Hal. Oh, you can read it. I wasn't sure if you were, like, kind of just listening to the stream on the sideline, or if you were, like, actually checking the chat. Oh no, we're not going to deal with that one. Alright, question. Should I just run and grab the slab, or should I fight Havel? Uh-oh. That is a question. Alright, this should be interesting then. Definitely also gotta stream Bloodborne sometime. Skirt! Oh! Enemy spotted. Alright, so if I time my perseverance so it counts as a block, and okay, so I gotta time the perseverance. Whoa! Oh, jeez. So I gotta time my perseverance so it counts as a block instead of just a poise frame. Alright, his armor broke down. This actually isn't too hard. Because in the first 2 seconds of Perseverance, you also take reduced damage. Like that. Omae wa mou shunderu. That was surprisingly easy. Oh, Ola's here too, but it says there's only 2 people in chat. That's weird. Nani? God, it's so good. It's so... This... Honestly, it's just so good, and it's so much fun to, like, be doing that. Oh, I don't know... You know, what I always loved about Fist of the North Star is that there was always some really contrived bullshit for how Ken won, because, like, his techniques pretty much covered everything. It's like, ha, but I... You know... Because it's like, ha, I'm wearing armor. Your pressure point techniques won't work against me. And then Ken's like, oh yeah, well, guess what? It turns out that I punched your armor, and the way the armor vibrated hit your pressure points anyway, so you're gonna explode inside your own armor. Nani? I always love that Ken was just so strong that he'd just contrive a way to beat somebody. It's like, in a shonen anime, usually nothing's more irritating than contrivance. It's like just, you know, somebody like pulling a move out of their ass to win the fight. But with Ken, that's like kind of the whole point, is that he's just so good, he's prepared for literally every kind of dirty trick. I've actually never seen that move. That move where he like spun around 3 times, the one that man serpent giant does. I've never seen that. You know, you think you know a game. You spend, you know, over a year playing the whole damn thing, and it's like, oh, you know, not even close. That is something I've always loved about the From Software game. Like, the From Software games are really dysfunctional. All of them have, like, their nitpicks and dysfunctions. But, in all honesty, you know, in perfect frankness, the level of detail they put in is one of the reasons I like these games so much. Hawk would help! Honestly, though, like, so I'm gonna be completely real. There is no shonen on this planet that has tugged my heartstrings like freaking Fist of the North Star has. Like, it sounds weird, but Fist of the North Star is actually really freaking emotional. Because, like, people know it by the memes and all the stupid stuff about it, but if you actually take the time to watch or read it... it's really, really, like... it hits you hard. The first season of the anime is a lot of filler that kind of goes off script from the manga. But after season 1 of the anime, it follows the script more accurately. And just... I definitely would say I'd recommend the manga, not because, like, I'm a purist or anything, but just because the art style and the way... Okay, so the anime, they're both worth watching for their own reasons. I definitely recommend reading the manga first, First of all, because the emotional impact, I think, hits harder when you read it. Because the still frames and the way the comic is drawn hits really hard. Like, there are moments where there's just a really, like, hard-hitting still frame that's just drawn in there, and you're just like, oh. And it's one of those things. But then I'd also definitely recommend the anime, because the, you know, the cheesy Saturday morning 80s soundtrack and all that stuff that goes together so well, it's just so perfect. It's so perfectly corny. And the way, you know, it's the old 80s colorization, so it's like really muted color palettes with a lot of greens and purples. It's really fun. If you'll excuse me for like 2 minutes, I'm just gonna go grab some soup. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for getting up so often. The lunch was ready. It's, cheddar and broccoli chicken soup. And some tea. But, it's time for Nameless, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, so as I said, the King of Storms is one of the bosses that I was most worried about, so we're going to see how this goes. Cheddar and broccoli chicken soup. It's cheese soup. It's so good. Alright, boys, tune in for this. We going Nameless. Ah, God. All right. Yeah, I have to get really close. Oh, 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 oh. Cool. It's quite dangerous. Ooh, that was a good 2-hit. Wombo combo. Wow, that did a lot of build-up. Oh, I messed up the last frame of the roll. All right. Oh, that's funny. Haha, puny joke. Oh! Oh, okay. Let's go. Hopefully we won't have to do that again, because although that was easier than I expected, it was still frustrating to try to get close enough to land those hits. I got greedy. お前はもう死んでいる。Good stuff. All right then. So that's it for Archdragon. My mic's been on the whole time, right? Please tell me my mic's been on the whole time. Okay, cool. Yeah, that fight went much better than I expected. I mean, I didn't anticipate that I was going to have any trouble with Nameless. It was mostly just that I was concerned with the King of Storms. Alright, so, I guess go back to the Grand Archives. And after the Twin Princes, we'll do the DLCs, and then we'll wrap up the game. Don't think we'll wrap up the game today, but probably next stream. Kenshiro the crazy hobo.
Ashen one.
I wanted to give you Umbral Ash. Get that shit out of here.
Ashen.
What's then?
Hey, we out here getting them levels, boys.
Well, Mason.
Grand Archives should be quite easy. Okay, so the one thing that surprised me about the Nameless King fight is, I didn't do as much, stamina damage buildup as I thought, because I only really get the thunk on him at the end. Which was really weird, because I would have figured, like, partway through the fight I would have gotten that, because, like, on the King of Storms, I got it almost right away. With the poise damage, but for the King of Storms, it took almost the whole fight to finally get the thunk. That's like the one thing about the fight. Stamina hacks. Yeah, I would have figured I would have dealt more build up to Nameless. Hmm. Oh, hi. Yeah, I've only got one hand on the controller right now because I'm just kind of like scratching my face with the other one. Give me 1 sec, actually. Alright, that wasn't too long. Yeah, I noticed that I was actually bleeding slightly, so I'm just gonna see how much of this I can do one-handed since I'm holding tissue over to my cheek. My face can be really sensitive sometimes. So I actually, I have a caffeine intolerance. So I have a really hard time drinking coffee. Like, it's not bad. Like, I can still drink it because I drink black tea. But, I can't drink coffee. But I had like I had cookie dough ice cream last night. So I broke out a little bit. So the skin on my face got really sensitive. Sucks. Hate that I have to be very careful. I feel really bad for people with diabetes, honestly. Like, having to watch your sugar intake. I mean, you know, just dealing with any kind of allergy is bad enough, but, like, dealing with something that could literally kill you if you don't watch what you eat. Like, well, I mean, you know, a bad allergy could technically kill you anyways, but, I mean, like, just sugar intake in general. I'm getting so many chunks and so little use for it. Skirt. Don't go. Don't go. I think we'll call the stream after I beat the Twin Princes. Ooh. And 1 sec, I'm actually gonna leave the room with this real quick. Okay. What to do about this guy? Auto mod? What's that? Oh, did it stop you from saying something? You're banned. Oki is a I don't even know what that fucking means. If that means like a slur or something. I don't even know what that means. No, I mean, like, I know what Oki means, like, when you say Oki, like, O-K-I-E, but I mean, like, the way you mistyped it, I don't know how that could be construed as a slur or something offensive. Like, I know, yeah, you know, I know what Oki means, I don't know what, like... Ah, I see. Well, they sure are thorough with their, They sure are thorough with their list of flagged words. They even have misspellings flagged. Not going as fast as I could be because I'm still holding this tissue to my cheek. Having sensitive skin can really suck. When it comes to like food allergies and stuff, because the effects of allergies differ depending on people, and like for me, it's like my allergies they change my internal blood pressure, but they also make my skin really sensitive, especially on my face, and I hate it. Fortunately, caffeine's like the only real allergy I have. And it's, like I said, it's very mild, it's not horrible. I'll beat you up. I have a lot of curse resistance for having, like, no armor. I'll fight you. I have a lot of curse resistance for, like, wearing no armor, though. That's surprising. I swear on me, Mum. Oh, so I wanted to ask you, Hal, or just anybody who's in chat, really, what do you guys suppose From is going to do now? Like, we saw the Shadows Die Twice thing, obviously, but, like, do you suppose they're doing something else? Because, you know, rumor has it they're working on multiple projects, or they're shilling out multiple projects. So, do you suppose that maybe a remake of one of the classic games is in the works? You know, something I never considered... No, I mean, I want a new IP from Shadows Die Twice, but I'm thinking about a possibility. You know what they might actually remake? They said that Dark Souls 1 was too young to remake, but you know what they might actually end up remaking? They might end up remaking a Kingsfield. they might end up remaking a Kingsfield. I never thought of that. That'd be really interesting. Yeah, the problem is those things are like a million years old, and I don't know what system I can get them on. And so, yeah, a remake would be cool, because I'd like to play a Kingsfield, but I'm not sure, like... Or they might be making a new Kingsfield. Who knows, maybe they're digging up old IPs. That'd be cool. If anybody could actually, like, dig up the corpse of an old IP and actually, like, remake it good, or still keep it good, it's from... It's like, you know, most of the time when an old IP gets dug up, like, say, Thief. When Thief got dug up, that was terrible. Trying to think. Duke Nukem, when Gearbox resurrected that, that was god-awful. It's like, in general, like, reviving old IPs doesn't work, but I bet From could pull off reviving Kingsworld. Kingsworld. Yes, I'm so out of it. Kingsfield. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the thing I want most right now would be a Dark Souls 1 remake, and they have no reason not to, because there's a lot of money in that for them. But, I don't know. As long as they keep putting stuff out, I'm fine. But yeah, I don't know. One of the other problems I have with the Souls fan base as a whole, I was having this conversation with a few people, but one of the big problems I have with the Souls Souls fan base as a whole is that they're really dependent on the formulas that they know, and it's like they're slaves to the things that they enjoy most. Kingsfield, okay, Kingsfield was 1 and 2, so yeah, I'd have to have a PS2. So that's one of the big problems I noticed with the Souls fan base, is it's like people want Shadows Die Twice to be Bloodborne 2, and my question is, why? Why would you want it to be Bloodborne 2? Why wouldn't you want to see something new and original? Exactly. Like, the Souls fan base is the textbook example of, like, babies who are stuck in their comfort zone. Obviously, not all Souls fans, hashtag not all Souls fans, etc. But in general, most Souls fans that like are incredibly comfortable with the games don't want new things, and they want another Bloodborne. And I just like, why? What do you or From have to gain out of that? Besides, you know, it's like, if Crash Bandicoot's Dark Souls. I don't think that... Creatively, From has nothing to gain from making Bloodborne 2. Especially because Miyazaki said that he wanted to return to a phase of creativity and, like, freshness. And making Bloodborne 2 wouldn't jive with his previous statements. I don't even think we know who's publishing Shadows Die Twice. I could check. If it's Sony, then it's possible that it could be Bloodborne 2. But yeah, I'm with you, Hal. I'm not particularly keen on the idea that it'd be Bloodborne 2. I'd rather it just be a new IP. Especially because in the current game industry, we're struggling for fresh IPs right now. Looking at you, Ubisoft. Alright, no publisher. Yeah, so If it's Sony, then I'll suspend my disbelief long enough to maybe consider that it's Bloodborne 2, but for now, I'm going to believe that it's a new IP. Alright. Gonna need 2 hands on for this. Oh, come off it. Literally the first thing. I was complaining about that parrying dagger earlier. Holy shit, that almost killed me. I find it doubtful, but perhaps Shadows Die Twice is going to be an exclusive title. I hope it's not, because honestly, I don't think there's really much of a point to exclusive. If Sony's publishing it, it'll be an exclusive, obviously, but I don't want exclusives in the industry just because there's no point to it. At this point, there's no point in it. Because the industry is so mass market inclusive now that there's literally 0 point to being exclusionary. I mean, honestly, Sony's really stuck in the past as far as their games marketing goes. Because Sony... So, get this. Minecraft is now cross-platform on literally all platforms except PS4. PS4 is still PS4 only for Minecraft. But on Wii U, Xbox One, both the old PlayStation and the old Xbox, if I remember correctly, like, all of the platforms can play together for Minecraft on servers, but PS4. Same thing with Rocket League. Rocket League on PS4 is PS4 only. There's no point in, like, unilateralism like that in today's game industry. Even Microsoft swallowed their pride and allowed cross-platform with PCs. Yeah, it's like, it's a really unilateral thinking, and it's just, there's no point to it. It's literally the most pointless thinking on the planet. Because there are people, okay, so think of it, you know, like, think of it this way. You know, say somebody's got an Xbox or a PC and they play Minecraft and they want to play with their friends, but they're, you know, strapped for cash so that all they've got is the PS4. You know, because, like, you know, Imagine I didn't even have a laptop. Imagine I had a phone and that's all I had to, you know, do stuff on. So I couldn't really play Minecraft. But, I mean, I had a friend on PC who wanted to play Minecraft. Now suddenly Sony's telling me I'm not allowed to play with them because of reasons. It's like there's no point, because now there's no point for me to buy Minecraft on PS4. I would have had a reason to buy Minecraft on PS4 if they'd let me, but I don't, because they won't let me. That's the point I'm driving at. Is that reasons? I mean, that's the point I'm driving at. Is that there's always a reason to allow like inclusivity and cross-platform play and all these things. Like, you want to be as inclusive as possible for your games. And I don't mean like creating mass market appeal, because that doesn't always work, especially for like horror games, because we saw how well that worked out with Dead Space 3. Dead Space 3 was a disaster of trying to be too mass market inclusive. But I mean, what I mean is like you want your games to be as open-ended as possible for their market.
Ashen.
They're going the feudal Japan route. Oof.
Well.
Pretty, I don't.
Well, very then.
That's just something that I wanted to like air out, because like it was really frustrating me. It's just the fact that there's no reason for Sony not to, but they're just like, they're stuck in. Yeah, she'll get stuck in. Abyss Watchers. I'm... God, if I could, I'd stream Xenoblade. Yeah, she'll get stuck in. I really wish I could stream Xenoblade. I'd do that if I could, but setting up stream for a Nintendo Wii is really hard, or even a Wii U at this point. No, setting up for a Wii U is easier if I could get an Elgato, because then I could just use HDMI, but I don't have a Wii U. But I'd love to stream Xenoblade someday. I know that most people now emulate it off of the Dolphin, and that's how they stream it. And that's what I might do when I get an actual PC, but for now it's just a fever dream. Alright.
I should have known.
Xenoblade Chronicles is actually my favorite JRPG ever.
My fate. Loathe me all you like. I shall take what makes you better.
This is always such a difficult weapon to fight against. Like, this is... The Farron Greatsword is perhaps one of the greatest weapons in the game. It's because its moveset is so hard to counter in PvP.
You are a dragon. More dragon than I.
Got him. Hinjaku, Hinjaku! Muda, muda. Oh, it's so good. Cheddar and broccoli chicken soup. Dude, honestly, like, whoever invented cheese soup, like, I hope he's resting peacefully right now. I hope he's in a very comfortable rest, because honestly, that's just... Like, just liquefying cheese and using it as your broth is such an amazing idea. Huh, I usually don't get hit on the run up. That's weird. So Hal, give me your thoughts. So I'm pretty far along on Rainbow Six in on PC. Like I'm level 100 on PC or something like that. And I've been playing for a while, so I get matchmade with really high-level people. But I also have a PS4 copy that's still pretty low level and only has a few operators, so it basically amounts to smurfing. Would you be interested in seeing me stream that sometime?
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing.
Oh, really? I definitely say get it on PC first. Definitely better on PC. Or just only get it on PC. The only reason I have a console copy is just because for a while I wasn't sure how to set up the controls on my, or not the controls, how to map my graphics on the PC, so I was like, oh, it's unplayable. Literally unplayable. So I got myself a PS4 copy, and I'm like, the controller controls are kind of weird. So I play on PC all the time, but there's no way my current PC's processor would be strong enough to stream Rainbow Six. But I could definitely stream it here, and since I'm low level on my PS4 copy, it basically is smurfing, so I'll just be crushing low levels.
On my way.
Fun stuff. Yeah, but I'm pretty experienced at Rainbow Six, and I have a lot of fun with it. It's definitely hard to explain everything to people all at once, though, just because it's a very mechanically deep game. Oh, that was a good move on my part. So I used, so Lorien, or Lothric, when he heals Lorien, he blasts you away, right? So I used the Perseverance frame to dodge through that. That felt good. Boys, we out here. Wolf ring +3 in the air, everybody. Why is the wolf ring even in this game? Top 10 questions science still can't answer. That's really all that is, and that's something else that's always kind of bothered me about this game, is it's like, ooh, wow, look at all the callbacks we have, and it's like, yeah, but I kind of like Dark Souls 2 because you did original things with it. I think it's good that they tied a lot of this back to Dark Souls 1, but I don't like that they did intentionally self-referential callbacks. Because, like, I like the fact that they're drawing the series to a close by drawing parallels in 1 and 2, being like, hey, remember those things that happened in 1 and 2? Well, it's kind of like all coming to a head now, but it's like, I don't like that they're like, oh, hey, you remember this person? Well, they're back. Okay, one thing I will say, though, that I'm very pleased about is that they brought Andre back. Andre deserved to be in this game. Exactly, there you go. Andre is the most important thing. Andre is the true hero of the... He's the hero we deserve.
Welcome home, speak. Very ready.
Alright.
Farewell, Ashley.
Does farewell.
Oh shit, you know what? Oh dude. I gotta do a Keistis only run in Dark Souls 2. I have a lot of stuff, but remember that, please. Please remember that, Hal, as I will do that. I will do that. Just remind me every so often. This is important. Because I want to do that. Do it. It's important. Okay. So I totally forgot that I pissed Yuria off. So the question now is, do I let her leave or no mercy? Rodrolada!
Gracious, passing fine ash thou hast given, and awfully warm, almost as if it had lived mere moments ago. Oh, I'm sure.
I wonder if that counts as sin, killing Yuria. I don't think it actually counts as sin to kill Yuria.
Ashen one.
Zoardo! The sound effect they use in the show is so good. It sounds like every hard-baked meme ever. That's just like my favorite thing, is just like when he actually uses it, it just goes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is too good for this planet. That's important. You need that sound on your phone's soundboard. Hate it when I leave phone without these keys, phone, wallet, JoJo soundboard. Okay, but seriously though, Fenta Oreo anime when? I think they'll have it by this year though, because the JoJo animes skip 2 years every time they're made. Like, okay, so season 1, which consisted of parts 1 and 2. Season 1, which consisted of parts 1 and 2, was in 2011. No, not 2012. And then Stardust Crusaders was in 2014. Hang on, wait. I need to remember this. The I'm gonna look this up real quick before I end this stream, because I think we'll do the DLCs next time I stream. JoJo Wiki Part 1. Phantom Blood. Phantom Blood was serialized as an anime in... When was this serialized as an anime? So yeah, it started in 2012. Sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, it started in 2012, and then it was 2014, and then Diamond is Unbreakable. Yeah, 2014 and 2015 is when Stardust Crusaders came out, and then Diamond is Unbreakable was in 2016. So I imagine that Vento Oreo will come out this year. I hope so. It better. Because I'm reading it. I read Venta Oreo and Stone Ocean. I'm up to Steel Ball Run. I haven't gotten past Steel Ball Run yet, but Venta Oreo and Stone Ocean are both really good. Venta Oreo is great for its characters because the stand battles are actual bullshit in Part 5. Like, Giorno is the master of contriving a solution to a problem that we didn't even think existed. He's like Kenshiro, but without excusing it by saying, this was my technique all along. He's literally just like, I did it because I thought of it. What does GDI mean again? Oh, god damn it. I saw the original. I saw the director's cut of the original, the one from 1992, I think. The 1991-1992 director's cut. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit around and Firelink and chat for a bit. So I saw the 1991-1992 director's cut, which was pretty decent. The ending was a little bit weird, because I remember being told that the ending of the original was good. And then I heard mixed stuff about 2049. Like, I heard that Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford were good, but I just heard that the movie wasn't put together quite right. I don't think Harrison Ford's dusty old bones can freaking take another movie, though, honestly. Like, I love Harrison Ford. The Indiana Jones film trilogy is my favorite movie set ever. But, like, leave the man be. He's had his time. He's like, what? He's only 60-something now. He's still got a lot of time left in him. Yeah, I also need to see 2049. I've only heard stuff about it. I haven't seen it. Of course. Why are you stating the obvious, Hal? Of course. There's just a trilogy. Ah, fucking hell. But yeah, like, honestly, like, I remember back when they were making, The Force Awakens, I heard that Harrison Ford broke his leg on set, and I'm like, oh no, he's getting too old. Like, he broke his leg, and it's like, you know, that's unfortunate for a guy of his age. As they all will. It's unfortunate, but honestly, like, it's unfortunate, but it's getting to that time where a lot of the actors we really appreciate are, you know, we're very fixed on these very time-honored actors. So when all of them are dying all at once, it's not exactly shocking, but it is very upsetting that it's all happening at once. Yeah, I can't believe they're making another Blade Runner, though. Actually, I've been watching... I need to catch up, but I've been watching Vinny from Vinesauce play the Blade Runner game by Westwood. He's horrible at it, but I watch it because he's interesting. Is there a reason? They're fucking old. No, I know, like, you know, people are like, oh wow, what is going on? But it's like, we know what's going on, it's just really sad. Like, don't treat it like a mystery, just grieve. Just be sad. You don't have to be perplexed, just be sad, okay? You know what? I'm gonna turn auto mod off. Because honestly, like, it flagged bitch. Like, what? Why would it flag? I'm gonna turn auto mod off. I don't really expect any of my viewers to be like dicks, anyways. Anyways, I think that'll be all for now. So I'm too proud for us. Too proud for us. Oh, that was 2016. That was 2016. Why are these famous people dying? Is there a reason? Bitch, they're fucking old! It's too proud for us. I love doing accents. Oh my god. Anyways, I ought to head off because we are almost about to hit the 3-hour mark, and of course, a lot of that was or a good portion of that was time spent away from the controller. But I'll cut that down. But anyways, I'm gonna call it since we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. So thanks everybody who tuned in. Thanks, Hal. for keeping me company. You made this a lot more entertaining for us both. And I will, yeah, I'll catch everyone later. Bye-bye.